Yes.
Because
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
it's enough.
It's just enough time where after she's done saying it, the recording actually starts.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it is
perfect.
just enough time.
Just enough time.
Yes.
Enough time. There's never enough of it. Welcome again to a new episode of Utterly Geek. I'm Darren Bell. We have Chris Walzik and Steve Petrella.
Hola.
And we're here to talk about things, politics, the environment.
I'm sorry.
issues.
I'm sorry if you tuned in and expect all that.
Why would they expect that? We're just three idiots. Anyway, talking video games and things, but first, Jesus Christ, the fucking airport's the worst.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I spent time abroad last weekend
All right.
visiting family, and Jesus Christ, I could never have a painless goddamn flight. Well, the return trip was fine, but getting down there was just fucking nightmare. There's something about air travel that brings out the worst in human beings.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
And what was it? I had a connecting flight in Miami. I intentionally packed very little because I was just going for the weekend, so I just had a backpack and a shoulder bag. Shoulder bag goes under the chair in front of me because it's got all my electronics,
Yeah.
all my valuables. The backpack had all my clothing. So I always take the window seat because I prefer there. I can huddle up and pass out and not have to worry about getting up for people. Always take the window seat.
Yeah.
So getting ready to leave, walk out, turn around, look in the overhead, my bag's not there.
Oh fuck.
And look around. I'm like, I can't find my bag. I walk up to the attendants. I'm like, yeah, I can't seem to find my backpack. They're like, well, did you check all the surrounding areas? Because someone might have moved it. Or I'm like, yeah, I checked. It ain't there. I go, well, go out, wait at the gate counter. We can't do anything until the plane is empty, and we'll bring out any bags that are left behind. Like, oh, great, fine, whatever. So I go out and I wait. They come back. They're like, a gray backpack? There's a gray backpack left. I'm like, is it black? Do you mean black?
Yeah.
Like, no, gray. And they come out with this little heather gray, like a super light gray backpack. That's small and totally not mine. So they root around. They find some J-hole's name in it, and they ping him, and he comes back. And he's got my bag, which is black, twice the size of his, and super fucking heavy.
Yeah.
Like, how do you fuck that up? At least he came back.
Could have been jet
Yeah.
lagged. I don't know. Like.
You know, give him benefit of the doubt. Could have been traveling for a long time, just kind of out of it, and just grabbed the first bag that he saw. At least he came back. But
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
fuck. Yeah, no. It was a weekend of babies. I was visiting my sister and
Right.
her 2-week-old child.
Oh, that's right.
She's adorable and a very well behaved baby. Didn't really
That's good.
cry at all.
That was actually going to be my question. Was there a lot of crying?
No, but there's a lot of old man scrunchy faces followed by shits and farts. So
So
see, at this point in a child's life, when they're about 2 weeks old, they're a shitting piece of furniture.
Oh yeah.
They can't
Yeah.
move anywhere unless you move them.
Right.
So I'm just sitting there on the couch watching her in her little crib thing, and she's just kind of wiggling and moving, and then all of a sudden she makes a terrible face. Then you hear farting, and then she just calms down.
Oh,
It's like,
God.
That's amazing, because I don't have to change any of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's and in all that travel, I got a lot of time in with Fire Emblem Fates.
Oh, nice.
I picked up Conquest for cheap
Okay.
on Amazon. So then I used that to get the 50% off the other path, the Hoshido
Right.
path. And that... Did you play Fire Emblem Awakening, either of you?
I did for like 5 or 6 hours and still didn't beat it.
That is like an 80 to 100 hour game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I know. Because I feel like even with those like 5 or 6 hours that I did play it, I feel like I probably didn't get anywhere near as far as where I should have been.
Did you get any S rank relationships?
No, I think the closest I had was maybe A for some of
Yeah,
them.
because once you get to S rank, they start having children, and then you have to do missions to recruit their children.
Oh God. Okay,
And
yeah.
and
no.
that carries over into this new one. But they added something new. A plus relationships. If they are the same gender, you can elevate them to A plus. Now I don't know if you can have an A plus and an S relationship, or if
Uh-huh.
like that's their stand-in for a gay relationship, because I think it is. Because the main character cannot have an A plus relationship with anyone of the same gender.
Okay.
But oh man, that's a good game. I think I'm about halfway through the Hoshido path. Or
Okay.
Hoshido. So for anyone who's unfamiliar, your character was raised by this Nor clan who's all evil and warmongering and trying to attack the Hoshido clan, who is actually your biological family. At a young age, they were attacked by the Norians, and they ended up abducting you, so you had no idea that you had this other biological family. And you have dragon's blood and can turn into a dragon to attack. It's so good. It's Fire Emblem. It's more Fire Emblem, but there's like a base building component. So every time you finish a level, you get a dragon token, or I don't even know what they called it. But you have your own castle, and you can build different buildings, which will give you different shops, different swords, rods, accessories. You can buy like hats, and it'll change how your character looks. It's you can put a hot spring in there, where you're supposed to be able to sit down and just relax, which from I can tell gives you nothing statistically. But other characters will come in and they'll shoot the shit. But if it's someone of the opposite gender, they both freak out and run away because you're in a bathhouse. It's fucking weird. Game's real good. If you liked Fire Emblem Awakening, I would highly recommend this one. It's a lot more Japanese in style. Like you have ninja and samurai as opposed to knights and mages.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. I put about 15 hours into that this weekend.
Damn.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
That's
that's
like
about-
that's how the only time I play my 3DS is when I'm traveling. Really, I can't see myself like sitting down and playing for hours on end on a 3DS when I've got anything else
Yeah.
nearby.
Well, yeah, but man, no, the Fire Emblem games are so good. If you're not playing XCOM, or you have already finished XCOM and XCOM 2 and you want something different, you reach for a Fire Emblem game.
Yeah.
Especially with this one, because I plan on playing this one all to completion. So they made it so that you can revive your fallen units between missions,
Okay.
so that you can still get their stories. But I don't like to play like that, because that's not how Fire Emblem is. But I was getting my shit wrecked on normal, and maybe I think I'm just not very good at Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
So I knocked it down to easy with permadeath. And most missions, yeah, they're a breeze, but not always. There's still a level of strategy that you need to employ. If you really fuck up, you can lose people real fast still.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's a real good game, and I highly recommend them. Because once I finish both those paths, I'm going to go back and buy the third path, which puts you against both sides. You're like, fuck all your shit, I'm going my own way.
Going rogue.
Yeah. And, yeah. Oh, good game. That, and I hopped into one Overwatch match early this morning. I played Mercy.
Uh-huh.
We got absolutely steamrolled. No one was talking. There was no text chat throughout the entire match. At the end, one guy just types in, "This team sucks," and then quits. And I'm like, yeah, this is one of those games, and I love it.
Yeah. Steve knows that last night when we were playing on opening night, I was fucking hollering at like both Steve and my other friends and the rest of the other team.
Get to the point.
Which I need to change the button for that, because fucking tilde is like the worst button to have for voice chat. I might move it to F. But yeah, it's because there was a point I was playing as Reaper and I hopped down, my ult was ready, and I just basically I was able to get like a triple or quad kill and wiped everyone that was defending the cart. And it was like so close to the end, and then I wiped everyone. And I was like, "Kill the goddamn car, you bastards!" I was like, "This shit's free!" And then like everyone started come charging in. But yeah, I think Overwatch is going to be a game where I'm going to be talking about as much as I did with TF2, honestly.
Yeah.
Because a game like that, where it's like like a class-based and objective-based game, like you fucking need that shit.
You need tight communication. That's why I prefer playing with our group.
Yeah.
When we have a full six and everyone's voice chatting, albeit we don't do it through the game because Skype makes it easier.
Right.
But man, that game.
Yeah. So besides Overwatch that I started playing yesterday, I actually played and beat both two games.
Already?
Yeah. Well, I was sick. I got sick last week, and then I stayed home from work. So I basically just like took that opportunity to play Doom for one, at least all the single player all the way through, and then I also, while my girlfriend was home, because I got her into the Uncharted series, we basically started playing that game immediately as soon as I got back from my trip. So I was able to beat both games because I'd played Doom during the day and then Uncharted by night, and both the single player campaigns. And
That seems backward.
kinda
Doom by day, Uncharted by night. That's,
yeah.
That's not right at all.
So I'll start with Doom because I do have a lot to say, but it's kind of like just myself, whereas like Steve can kind of help back me up with Uncharted, and then we can segue into him. So Doom,
Way to really expose the skeleton.
yeah,
Good job.
I like doing that, just so that people are aware of what's going on. That's all.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it out every time.
So Doom, single player, fucking loved it. It was so good, and it's such a shame, but I can understand why Bethesda and ID were so cautious on sending out review copies because of multiplayer not being received so well. The open beta and everyone being like, "What the fuck is this? This is kind of bullshit. This is not Doom. This is not that great." And then kind of just id and Bethesda being like, "Oh, okay, we'll just wait till it's released and then we'll send copies." So it's kind of a weird move, but not to say that is what happened. But anyway,
Some people didn't even get copies.
yeah,
Some outlets had to go buy it.
yeah. But otherwise, like I had heard on the day that it was released that the people who did review it that I was listening to, they were all saying the single player is really great, so that's why I picked it up. And Jesus fucking Christ, it's so goddamn good, and the combat's great, and the story, which is kind of weird, the story in Doom is really fucking great in it, and
But
so here's the thing.
Doom.
Here's the thing.
It's Doom Guy.
It's treated like Dark Souls, where it's like, okay, unless you really look into it and really like read all the codec things that you pick up throughout the game and read all the data logs and all that shit, you get the lore and you get what's going on in Doom, in this new Doom. But like, you really could just jump in and be like, all right, fuck it, whatever, I don't care, like, I'm just here to kill demons.
Yeah,
and that's it.
because you're Doom Guy. That's
Right.
what you do.
Right.
If you're
Exactly.
role-playing it as Doom Guy, you're
Yeah.
just shooting everything.
Yeah.
Fuck everything else. Here, eat your own boot.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, but the fact that they were able to come up with a reason as to why he's just so goddamn ruthless is just fantastic. But
So
again, it's only if you like really read into it.
They give him a backstory?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm more on board now.
Yeah, they gave him more of a backstory, and it's basically it is a true sequel because it seems like all the events that are in the data log were recorded from Doom 1 and 2.
Yeah, like everyone I know who has picked this up and started playing it is like, yeah, no, this is Doom 3.
Yeah.
Forget what you thought Doom 3 was. This is actually Doom 3.
Yeah. So, yeah, the fucking music was great, the story was great, the gameplay was awesome, the guns were fantastic. Yeah, beat it all the way to the end, and then played a little bit of multiplayer, and it's kind of a little bit more fleshed out, or at least there were more weapons and more unlocks and more perks and shit like that. But otherwise, it's still like, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Doom. And I played a little bit of the Snap Map. I actually tried it out.
Snap Map.
I didn't get too far into it. I just did a little bit of the tutorial on how it works, and it's pretty simple to actually build shit. But I didn't do anything complicated. All I did was just like a tutorial, and then I was like, okay, I'm kind of like ready to move on and do something else.
Yeah, so if you could dig into that a bit more for me, because Steve and I do have quite a bit of history making maps for like time splitters.
Okay.
Steve and I, we spent hours making beef jerky.
Yes,
Beef jerky was the best map.
Yeah, I can look more into it and and then kind of go into more of the advanced and more of the tutorial, so that way I have a better understanding of it. But yeah, from what I understand, it is very simple to set up and then play test and then just say, all right, go,
Right.
kind of thing. It's very much on the I don't want to say on the level of Mario Maker, because Mario Maker is like really fucking crazy advanced, I would say, compared to Snap Map. But
Really? Because
Well-
Mario Maker is pretty simple.
well, I just mean like as far as like it doesn't have that same thing as Mario Maker where it's like, can I combine this with this and will this work? Holy shit, it does. I think it's just more of like, okay, here's what you have, put it together, and like, yeah, you can make this really cool like kind of chain of events or whatever, but that's pretty much about it.
Well, it seems to me that Snap Map has a lot more scripting, a
Yeah.
lot more capabilities when you're building like a shooter.
Yeah.
Like just building levels in Mario Maker, building levels is half the fun
Yeah.
because of that discovery of, oh, can I make a fucking Koopa clown car throwing hammer bros? Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Fuck your shit. I'm doing that.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas Snap Map wouldn't really lend itself to that type of discovery.
Yeah. And I did get to play a couple people's Snap Maps.
Snap Map.
Some of them, it's actually pretty fantastic. Someone made a grind level because you get the Snap Map currency to unlock shit, I guess, or whatever. I don't really know what it's used for, but it's basically just
You can unlock armors, I think.
okay, yeah, and basically all it is just like it's just this long corridor, and all it does is just spawn some of the toughest enemies, and it gives you a BFG and quad damage, and is like, okay, here. And you basically just fire down the hallway and keep doing that and keep murdering everything, and you get like 100 million points or some shit at the end, and then you get like 230 something of the currency, of the Snap Map currency. So it's like, okay, this is an easy way to fucking get all the unlocks, I guess.
Just keep going.
Yeah. So I did it once, and I was like, well, I can kind of see how someone thought of this to be as a useful item, I guess, to unlock everything. So yeah, and that's Doom. But yeah, I'll definitely go back in and probably explore Snap Map more, because I do feel like that I kind of cheated that a little bit, because I was like, all right, I want to try it, and then because I was so into the fucking chaos and ADD of the single player and the multiplayer of just being like, it's just like killing shit and punching it in the face and everything. It's just like, all right, let's get to something where you actually take your time and sit down and think. And it's like, oh, fuck you, what place it? You can't, it's hard to switch between those two kind of mentalities.
So I'm looking at the Steam categories for Doom.
Okay.
Where does the dating sim come in?
I don't know. I had no idea. Maybe on Snap Map. I have no fucking clue. That's very interesting.
I just like it's the very last. Nah, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's kind of weird. I don't know.
It's a
fucked
dating
up.
sim. Well, my guess is the demons are dating your guns. It's a very one-sided
Yeah,
relationship.
I don't know. But yeah, so that's that. Uncharted. I know Steve was kind of saving for me to go more in depth without spoilers for Darren's sake.
No spoilers.
But I will say it is probably the most fucking gorgeous game I've played in a long goddamn time. Like, I don't even know how many times while playing Uncharted 4, and it's not just the graphics, but it was also the set pieces, the action sequences, some of the areas and locations, just flat out just maybe just say, wow. And... God, but the gameplay, like the combat mechanics, is actually better. Like, I would say it's actually the best in the entire franchise, with the grappling hook, and that you can actually go back into fucking stealth, which wasn't a thing in the other games. Like, if you were spotted, it was like that was it. You just had to fight off waves forever. Whereas Uncharted 4, it was like you could actually run away and hide, and then the enemies would lose you, and then it would go back into stealth mode, and then you can go back to sneaking up on people. But the story overall, fantastic. Loved it. There was pretty much everything that I thought that it was going to happen, that was going to be some stupid cliche thing or some kind of lazy writing, just never happened. And I'm so fucking glad that happened. Or did not happen, I should say.
Well, yeah, Uncharted is known for not doing that.
Yeah.
What's the frame rate? Do you know?
If I remember, I think a lot of people were saying it was 30, but I couldn't really.
So see how beautiful that is? Imagine it running at 60
Yeah.
on your new PlayStation 4 Neo.
Yay!
Yeah.
Wait for it. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks? Wow.
Well, E3.
Oh. Yeah.
I guarantee you Uncharted will be the Neo game.
Yeah.
Sorry to, again, interrupt.
No, that's fine. But yeah, loved it. And then I actually got to play a little bit of the multiplayer of
Really?
Uncharted. Yeah. And it's actually kind of really fucking fun. That's the thing that kind of surprised me, was the fact of how fun it is, and I think it's because of the grappling hook, and how the levels are laid out. It's very vertical.
Well, you didn't play any of the other Uncharted multiplayers, did you?
I did Uncharted 2. I did for a while. It was pretty vertical, but it took a while to climb up on everything. But with the grappling hook, it's just so much easier to get to places. The amount of customization that I did take a good look into the customization of Uncharted is pretty awesome. Like, I mean, yeah, you play as Uncharted characters throughout the entire franchise, but not only that, but they have alternative outfits that they can wear, and then on top of that, you can totally select separately like what they wear on their head, and it can go from like simple hats to like fucking like I don't know, like fucking just cloths wrapped around their face or whatever. And then you can have accessories on their face that's like sunglasses, and it can go as silly as fucking clown noses. It just goes like there are times it can just be like super serious, or just be, hey, fuck you, I'm a video game because I can, and this is multiplayer, why the fuck not? And
it shouldn't. Yeah.
And what's really cool is that they had all the voice actors still do all the voice acting for the multiplayer, so they say little extra things, which is kind of nice. It's not like they're just like silent and then just running around and not saying anything. They actually like say shit every time you get a kill or get an assist or do some kind of big grandiose play or whatever. So I thought that was kind of neat. But yeah, I mean, I think Uncharted multiplayer, I might go back to like once I need a break from Overwatch from every now and then. If I'm like playing so much of Overwatch, it's like okay, let's just
No.
like fucking.
That won't happen.
Probably
not.
Probably not. But hey, you know, I mean, it's worth a try because I'm actually willing to give a little bit of some time into the Uncharted multiplayer.
No.
No. No, I want to give it a shot,
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't know when that will be. But I do want to try it.
Yeah, because now that Overwatch is out and I've been waiting for this fucking game for forever.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Steve, what about you? I know you played some Uncharted.
I did. Well, yeah, I beat it before the last podcast.
Yeah. Did you go back to it? Did you play any of the multiplayer?
I did not go back to it. No.
Yeah, because
I didn't
you're
go back
smart.
I didn't. I probably will go back to the single player and multiplayer at some point.
Yeah.
But I don't know when that will be. But I did. Besides Overwatch, I played a shitload of Axiom Verge.
Nice.
Oh, that's right. Didn't a re-release just come out for that?
I think it I don't know.
Like
if
a
re-release
remaster? Something.
Possible.
Is it a remaster?
I don't know.
I remember reading something.
Did they just release it for PS4 or something? Maybe.
I think so.
I feel like that's what it would be.
That might have been it. Because I don't know if you could really remaster that game because it's just pixels.
Yeah.
Well, there is something.
It's pretty fucking beautiful pixels though. Like it's the art and the design of the game is fucking magnificent.
Yeah.
Like they really turned pixel. Like if you believe pixel art is a great art form, they really fucking did it. They like did the best that they could, and it's awesome. I think they definitely went with like a little tribute to H.R. Giger with like their they did some stuff that's fucking just sweet looking, and it's weird as shit. It's like I don't know what the fuck's. I don't understand a goddamn word of what's going on in the game. It's just like I don't fucking know.
Ripping xenomorphs and shit. And
yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. But I mean, it's pretty much Metroid.
I really like that. Yeah, it's if H.R. Giger designed Metroid.
Yeah, it really is, and but it's Metroid, but the weapons are. I mean, it's way different from Metroid. It plays like Metroid, but it's just so much fucking different. And it also has a grappling hook, and the grappling hook is fucking sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really well done. Like, you wouldn't expect it in a pixel game. You're like, oh shit, there's a grappling hook? And it just fucking... I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the fuck is going on in this game?
I'm picturing Steve. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm getting these weapons. I'm like... And then I found a couple secret weapons. I'm like, holy fuck, these weapons are bad fucking ass. So I've been really enjoying that game. If you love Metroid, I totally recommend it. If you love old school games, it's fucking awesome. I mean, I don't know. They really made a fucking beautiful game, and it makes me feel
so it's not a MOBA.
Thank God.
It's not a MOBA.
Because it makes you feel.
It makes me feel. Yeah.
Because those are the two kinds of video games.
It brings me back to the days when I had to blow in a fucking
cartridge to make sure it works.
Stick it back in and do that like 4 or 5 times before it fucking goes.
You know, blowing in the cartridge actually did nothing.
Did nothing, but it made me feel like it did something.
Everyone felt like they were doing something.
Yeah, but why did everyone blow in the cartridge? I don't understand how that became the zeitgeist.
I don't know.
Word
of mouth, really. That just kind of happened. It spread like fucking wildfire.
Yeah, it's weird. In a pre-internet age, everyone still did the same thing.
Yeah.
What the shit?
Because maybe everyone's subconsciously thought the dust was what fucked it up.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, I gotta get all this dust out of this game. And then you stick it in, and sometimes it worked, and you'd be like, well, that fucking works.
Yeah.
Put Friday the 13th, and you're like, this game fucking blows, and you blew your fucking NES up and never played it again.
Never again.
That game was awful.
You wasted an hour of your life trying to get the game to go, and it goes and it
God.
fucking blows. But no,
Friday
yeah,
the
Axiom Verge is really good. I think I'm at the end. I think I'm toward the final boss. Because I've unlocked pretty much 98% of the map. I think so.
Yeah,
Sure, it's
apparently,
the end.
apparently you can easily do that. You can unlock most of the map, but still miss like half the weapons.
hmm Yeah, there's a lot of secrets where you like jump. Like I missed the jump and I just fell through a wall and I landed into a weapon. I was like, holy fuck, that was a great mistake. So they pepper things, and then there's a lot of interesting secrets where you just blow walls up on accident and you run through, and there's some shit in there. But
Like Metroid.
Yeah.
just like Metroid,
Yeah.
they pay good homage to it, and they also change it up a lot.
Nice.
So
Cool.
totally recommend it.
That's good, because I've had my eye on that for a very long time. And you guys should know fucking Super Metroid is one of my favorite games of fucking all time.
Yeah, I'm thinking about picking that up on my 3DS just to be able to play it on the go. Because I've never
Yeah.
actually finished Super Metroid.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, never have.
Get that shit. Finish
Well,
it.
I have the actual cartridge. It's just SNES games blown up on a modern television.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean, yeah.
Mm.
Doesn't translate very well.
It translates better than an NES.
No, that's true.
And the soundtrack to Axiom Verge is fucking phenomenal. It's so good.
Nice.
Just as good as Undertale, I think.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, really well done.
That's big praise.
And I'm very upset. They released it on vinyl, and I'm upset that I didn't get a copy.
Oh.
I bet you if you go to eBay, you can pay
You can,
your
but
firstborn
you'll-
child.
I did look it up on eBay, and they're going for like $120, and
Oh.
fuck that shit.
Oh,
I
my
will not-
God.
Yeah.
What did they retail for?
It retailed for $22.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
It's pretty fucking cheap.
Yeah.
So
Because if it was like, 50 or 60, maybe.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
maybe.
no.
Yeah. But it's I wanted it basically because the artwork is just fucking phenomenal. I don't know if I'd ever spin it, but I would definitely showcase it because it's just gorgeous.
Did you see that collector's edition moon-shaped pool?
Yes.
Ugh. I keep going back and forth on that. That's Radiohead's new album, Molly.
Yes.
It's just-
I know.
Giant.
I did see.
Special
Yeah, I saw the special edition. That was the first thing I thought of. It was like, I wonder if Steve's gonna get this.
Oh man,
No.
I did for King of Limbs, and that shit's still in
Yeah.
the original plastic packaging. I have never.
Oh,
opened
really?
it. Yeah, intentionally so. And I'm thinking,
Yeah. I will get the vinyl, but I don't think I'm gonna get the special edition stuff.
I'm thinking about it. It's $86.
It's not. That's really. I mean, that's not that much. But
No, considering what you get.
if you really love Radiohead, that's not that much money to
All
throw
right,
down.
we talked
That's-
about it a couple weeks ago. Have you had enough time to stew with it? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's fucking great. I really love it. I think it's a combination of pretty much everything that they do well thrown into one album.
Yeah.
Like they really, I don't think it's my favorite album that they've released, but I think it's close to as good as all my favorite albums or
Yeah.
all the albums that they've ever done. I think it's close to as good, if not better than the majority of them. So, I mean, I'm not 100%. I mean, I'm 100% know I like it and love it and will forever put it in my favorite Radioheads, but I'm not like done with it yet. I'm not like done with my opinion yet. I still have to. It takes so long for me to completely
especially
form my
with them.
opinion. Yeah,
Especially with them.
because you're hearing so many different things each time you listen to it. So it's just each time for me is like, oh man, this song is awesome, and then I'll be like, no, this song is better, and then I'll keep jumping back and forth. So
Yeah.
I still am not 100% formed my opinion, but
It's
I fucking
real
love it.
good. And if you fall asleep listening to it, you're gonna have some weird fucking dreams.
Yeah,
Let me tell you, this weekend. Oh boy. Weird ass dreams, space and snow in space.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, there's our Radiohead Music Minute.
Yeah.
Sweet. Good minute.
I think it's time for news. We don't have a lot, but what we do have is pretty weird news. 35 minutes in. IGN. So, do you remember game trailers?
Yes.
Everyone loved game trailers. I did amazing retrospectives on some of the biggest game franchises out there. They did a Metal Gear Solid one that's like 8 parts. That was before Metal Gear 5. They did a Zelda one that was like 6 parts, which was all before Skyward Sword, where they first started theorizing about the possible timeline. Game trailers closed down earlier this year, and boom, there goes all their videos. Off the internet, just gone. Game trailers was a huge thing, now they're just suddenly gone. IGN is now archiving and re-uploading all game trailers content to the Game Trailers YouTube channel. And there's an advert on there saying, hey, we're restoring what Game Trailers was. All of that old content will be available. All the retrospectives, all the reviews, all the previews are all coming back under the Game Trailers YouTube channel. You can subscribe now. They said, stay tuned, we might have special things coming to this channel. So Game Trailers may live on in spirit. It's like a special thing. But it's great that they're archiving it.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor, if you claim to be a fan of Zelda, sit down and watch that Zelda retrospective. It is so good. They go through chronologically every release. It's so good. So there's an announcement for Return to Arkham. Batman Return to Arkham.
Yes.
Which is Arkham Knight. No, not Arkham Knight. God damn it, help me out. Arkham Asylum.
Arkham Asylum City. Yep.
Remastered for current consoles. Did not announce that for PC.
It doesn't need it.
Because if you have it on PC, you have the versions that they're putting out on these consoles.
Yeah.
Essentially. So, I guess, yay?
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, that was the first thing I thought was like, okay, but I already got it on PC and I know it looks just as good, if not better, so there's really no reason to have that ever.
Let's see. Okay, here's one I want to hear your guys' opinion on. So Polygon reports that there is a new video game to movie being produced. It has secured an $80 million budget. Starts shooting next year. Tetris.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. What
Jesus.
the fuck? Is Adam Sandler in this one?
No.
Ah,
There's no...
It's a fucking... The four-pronged Tetris.
if it only involves Russians the entire time, then I'm okay with this movie. And it takes place in Russia. Like, it needs to take place in Russia, and it needs to have Russians playing it. That's it. That's all I care about.
Let's see here. There's a couple of names already linked to it. Funding and a storyline are already in place for Tetris, which is reportedly planned as a first of a trilogy.
Oh my God.
Heading up production are Bruno Wu, a Chinese billionaire and media giant, and American producer Larry Kasanoff. Kasanov's credit includes a variety of Lego and Mortal Kombat projects for film and television, including the 1995 Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh, Jesus.
Wu said that the project...
One of the better video game adaptations, honestly.
Yeah, it is one of the better video game movies.
It is still not a good movie.
Oh, it's campy as fuck, but, I mean, hey, for Mortal Kombat...
I mean, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
If you're dealing with Tetris, you can't... Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Wu said that the project based on Tetris in pre-production, Kasanov announced plans to turn Tetris into a, quote, epic sci-fi thriller back in 2014.
And the crowd goes quiet.
The crowd goes
Trying to
mild.
think, was there...
Yeah,
story
I don't
involved in Tetris?
I don't know how you make it a thriller. What the fuck? Like,
Is it like a spaceship dropping these things down and then turning them over?
I don't know.
God,
And then they blow up?
this is almost gonna be as bad as the time that when Battleship was made into a movie. It's like, what?
You know, I refuse to see that movie because you saw that movie and said they never said you sunk my battle.
Yeah.
Oh
They
no,
had-
we
they
no,
had to
because
see
one of our friends saw it actually, and I think we asked him, and he said no, they never said it.
So I refuse to see it.
Yeah.
If you're making a movie based off Battleship, you have to say you sunk my battleship at some point in that. Like in Tetris, in the Tetris movie, if there is not 4 lines being cleared at some point,
Yeah,
and we don't get the Tetris theme,
Oh, the Tetris theme better be in there.
even if it's like I'll accept it if it's like a dubstep remix. In fact, I would be more embracing of it if it were like a dubstep
It
remix.
probably will be. I think you're on the right. I think you're on the right track. with
I
that.
can't even give much more opinion about this topic right now because this is so stupid.
It is so ridiculous.
I can't even joke about it because of how
All
just
the
ridiculous
fucking
it
games
is.
They could put $80 million into. They choose Tetris.
Yeah, Tetris. Tetris. The movie. Fuck. It's a trilogy though. So does that mean it's all Tetris, or is it going to be like Tetris, then Marble Madness, and then Frogger? Like, or fuck. If you want sci-fi action, do a Tempest movie.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the shit. Actually, this is probably just all code for Ready Player One, right?
Yeah, right. It's gonna be like the Marvel universe. It's building up to it, basically. It's gonna be a series of video game movies, and then it's just gonna build up to Ready Player One, and then it's gonna be like, there it is.
But it'll actually just be Wreck-It Ralph again.
Yeah, it's really just Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Yeah, sure. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Grand Theft Auto 5 is reporting that they have shipped 65 million copies to retailers since the release back in 2013. That's more than the last 3 Call of Duty games combined, and roughly the same amount for all of the Halo franchise.
Wow.
So, I've got kind of a problem with this figure because this includes 360, PS3, PS4, Xbox One, and the PC version. Technically the real versions. So they put out the earlier version, which sold like fucking crazy. And then they came out and said, hey, we're doing another one. If they had called that other one Grand Theft Auto 5 Redux or whatever, they would have had to they would have had to claim those figures differently.
Right.
So there's a little bit of a skewing there, but still 65 million for
One game.
one game, remastered or
Pretty-
not.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's a lot of fucking money. Which brings all of the Rockstar legal issues to light. Make a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
Because if you're a part of that team and all of a sudden you got jacked out from profit sharing. But guess what? Those voice actors didn't get anything extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bummer.
Bummer, but yeah. So, on the VR front, because everyone loves VR, Facebook/Oculus has implemented hardware DRM to lock out alternative headsets from playing VR titles purchased via the Oculus Store.
So basically, if you have not an Oculus device, but you purchase it through the Oculus Store, can't play it.
That's their thinking. That's what they want to do.
Oh.
Which isn't good.
Fuckers.
No. That just
Fucking
stymies
bullshit.
innovation, that stymies creativity.
Yeah.
Which is great because the next day, people put out a Revive update that circumvented this Oculus DRM. So that you can play the Oculus games on your Vive again.
Nice.
So, hooray!
Yeah.
But that's not good. VR isn't going to be the big gangbuster thing that they say it's going to be, or I might eat my words. If it is, great. If it isn't, I told you so. But locking them away like that, that's no good.
Yeah.
You can't do that
Yeah.
and expect it to catch on.
Hey, remember games for Windows? Remember that, guys? Remember how well that worked out?
Well, they're trying it again. Look at the Windows Store.
Yeah.
The Windows 10 App Store.
Ugh.
Try to buy Rise of the Tomb Raider on PC.
Haven't yet, but
Don't.
oh.
Buy it on a console. Fuck them over and buy it on PS4 this winter. Because it's not yet out on PS4 and it won't be until November. That was the deal. It's on Xbox One and Windows for a year before it comes out on PS4.
Oh, okay. Maybe I will then. Maybe I will
buy
pick
it
it
on
up for
PS4.
then. I don't think there's anything that I can recall off the top of my head that's coming out in November or around that time.
Wait for 3 weeks. Wait till after E3 before you say those things.
Right. Well, yes. That's why I said off the top of my head. It doesn't mean that, like, for good. I just meant in general.
And the more I look at Final Fantasy 15, I kind of am getting more and more curious about Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
It's a road trip and it looks kind of cool. Anyway, buy Rise of the Tomb Raider on PS4. Fuck Microsoft.
Yeah.
Yes. Fuck 'em.
And fuck Oculus. But if you're in the market for a headset, buy a Vive.
It's more expensive, but at least they won't fuck you over.
But you can get butts for free.
Yep.
Look up butts. VR experience.
Okay.
It's a real thing. They played it on the Giant Bomb. What a time to be a Vive live stream
Yeah.
during the Vive launch.
Right.
Butts is brilliant. Butts is pretty great. Butts is free on Steam. You might be able to play it without a headset because it's the kind of game that you could probably play without a headset. It's only about a minute and a half long and it loops endlessly.
Okay.
It's great. Last piece of news. Hideo Kojima has announced that his new studio will be capped at 100 staff.
Good. That's fine.
Seems like he hasn't expanded his FOB bases.
Yeah. Yes. Hey, man, I just stayed with the one, so fuck it.
Yeah, no, me too. All joking aside, that's kind of good. It's enough people to where they can do larger projects, but not too much where it gets unruly.
Yeah.
Like 100 people, you can break that down to maybe a 2-tier, maybe a 3-tier management system.
Right.
You have teams of like between 5 and 10.
Yeah.
Oh man, have you seen the artwork coming out of his stuff with that weird robot centurion skeleton thing?
Other than that, that's the only thing I know. But
Yeah, like it has a name. I forget what the character's name is. Let me look it up real quick. But whatever it is, they're saying it is the new character. It is a character in whatever their name in their next project is. And I'm very excited for it because it looks really cool. Great.
hey, whatever comes out of Kojima next, fucking, I'm on board, man. Whatever comes out of Kojima Studios or Kojima Productions, I'm down.
You can already buy a T-shirt. You can buy a T-shirt with his
logo.
the logo and a glass. It looks like maybe a shot glass.
Ooh.
No, it's a pint glass.
Oh, still
Shit, that's all in
Nice.
Japanese.
something I would still use in a shot glass more often.
Kojima Productions official goods set now on sale, 6,480 yen.
Oh. I was like, Jesus! Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. T-shirt, the tumbler, stickers, and pins.
All right.
Sure. Fucking, why not?
Yeah.
So I'll buy.
Hey, fucking support him even before his first game is out from his own studio.
Yeah.
A, that's fucking crazy. B, that's fucking Kojima.
Yeah. What's that?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Ludens is what they're calling that robot, if I'm not mistaken. That's awesome. That was all I had for news. Did you guys have anything you wanted to bring up? Bring to the light.
Um.
This light shall cleanse.
God. As far as I know, no. Other than the one piece of news that I hope is released later this week is the numbers for Overwatch on how many people bought it, how many people were online the first day. Like basically everything, all their infographic that they had just before release that
Right.
had all the statistics of like everything.
Right.
I want to know that shit. I want to know that shit for this week and how that all pans out.
That will definitely come up. I'm sure, and it's going to be huge.
Yeah,
I mean, there was a queue to purchase. Like people were waiting up to 3 minutes
right.
to get their purchase through, which is ridiculous. You wouldn't think that a class-based shooter in 2016 would garner this much attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's man. Weird.
The one piece of news which I know we kind of shot down immediately over text was Battleborn going down to $40 on
Yeah, I forgot
since
about that.
yesterday, which I found pretty funny.
Well, see, I think you hit the nail on the head there. That it's bad timing and bad marketing
Yeah.
for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's
Yeah.
all. Battleborn. Some people are really digging on it. Like they really.
Yeah, it's not that Battleborn's not a bad game. It's just it was bad timing, and the thing is that they didn't go with just being like we're not Overwatch kind of thing, or they didn't market it in a way that just basically said we're not Overwatch.
They didn't make it clear to the non-gaming public
Yeah,
how different they were.
yeah, exactly. All it was just like it was the same thing that Overwatch was doing. They just showed all the like, here's all these colorful, interesting characters, like all in a lineup. Here's the name of the game, and that was it. Like that's all that was there.
But the thing, look, I haven't played Battleborn, so
Okay.
let me preface it with that. So my opinion means very little, but in what I do understand of it, what I have seen of it played, most of those characters are locked away from the get-go. You have to work to unlock them, even.
Yeah,
There's a handful of different levels that you can play on, sure, but it's a completely different game than Overwatch.
yeah,
It's a MOBA,
right.
which we established earlier, make me not feel things.
Right.
So, like, I am not their target audience. I will admit that.
Yeah.
It's just they didn't do enough to differentiate to the layman that this isn't that thing. Because to someone who doesn't know what they're looking at, artistically, I can see them getting them confused very easily.
Yeah.
Even though to you or I, it's very clear that they are not alike visually.
Right.
One of them's super saccharine. The other one's a bit more cartoony.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the problem with Battleborn to me is it is too bright. There's way too many. I feel like I'm diabetic just looking at the screen.
Right.
It's not good.
Yeah. I mean, I got to play a little bit of the open beta, and yeah, the single player was kind of cool, and it was fun playing with people, and I liked their whole leveling up system, and I thought that was kind of interesting. And it does have the replayability of, like, not only do you get item drops or character unlocks, but also, like, you can also level up the character depending on how many times you play them, and it'll like change up what perks they'll get as they level up. So
Right.
it adds some variety. So I thought that was kind of neat. I thought that was a nice little twist. But yeah, I mean, it was one of those things where it was like, okay, I could see how Battleborn can appeal to some people, but I had way more of a blast playing Overwatch that weekend, which that was the thing too, is both open betas were on the same weekend.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, which I don't know who planned what first,
right.
but someone was doing that intentionally, and either they're brilliant or really, really misjudged.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean, I could see on one end, I can see what they were trying to go for. They were trying to be really competitive, but it's kind of like it's not the same game. So it's like, why would you try to go against it? Like, yeah, I don't know. It's really weird. It's just the whole thing was weird.
yeah. Yeah, and on the one hand, yeah, I'm sorry, Gearbox. You put a lot of effort into that thing, and good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look. Okay, so questions. Send them to utterlygeek@gmail.com. That's UTTERLYG33k at gmail.com. First try.
Yeah.
Nothing new this week. No questions. For the email, questions from chat?
None.
Okay.
That is
So-
all.
If that's all, I'm ready to declare it high noon.
Well, would you look at the
High
time?
noon. It's high noon somewhere.
Oh Christ! There was a great comic on the Overwatch subreddit where it was like someone made an animated GIF comic where it was Zenyatta asking fucking McCree. He's like, do you have the time? And he looks at his watch and it just says high noon all over his watch. And he's just like, he's like just fucking shaking from like trying to not say it. So fucking good. But yes, time for high noon.
Yes, it's
All right.
high noon.
All right, so thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next week. Probably more about Overwatch.
Yes.
Yeah, in the next
Probably.
couple of weeks.
Probably.
Really?
So, well, actually, let's talk about this right now. Of course, we're going to continue the same format, but if news continues to slowly, do we want to do like E3 stuff, like E3 prediction stuff?
Yeah, sure. I don't see why not.
We'll we'll see what we can do. We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. But stay tuned.
Yep. All right.
Yes.
Thanks. We're all one within the iris. Have a good night.
Good night.
Goodbye.